Level 1. The applicant. You are 26 years old and you want to serve your country. Not because someone told you to, because you watched something happen that you could not stop, and you decided you would spend your life making sure it happened less. The FBI receives around 17,000 applications every year. It accepts fewer than 900. You fill out the longest form you have ever seen in your life. Every address you have lived at since age 18. Every foreign country you have visited. Every drug you have ever taken, including that one time in college you would rather forget. You write it all down anyway. Honesty is the only strategy that works here. The background check takes 8 months. Agents interview your neighbors, your college professors, your ex-girlfriend from 4 years ago. You pass the polygraph on your first attempt. You pass the physical fitness test on your second. You receive the letter on a Thursday afternoon. You read it 3 times before you call your mother. Level 2. The new agent. You are 27 and you report to Quantico, Virginia. 20 weeks of training. Every morning starts at 5:30. You run, you lift, you shoot, you study. The legal coursework alone would bury most law students. You learn the rules of evidence, constitutional law, interview techniques, surveillance methods. You qualify with your firearm. You are a decent shot. You will become a better one. Your class has 43 agents. 2 of them will not make it through. You do not know yet which 2. You graduate on a Friday in November. Your family flies in for the ceremony. Your father shakes your hand for a long time and does not say much. He does not need to. You are assigned to a field office in a mid-sized city. White-collar crime division. You are hoping for something more dramatic. You are told that patience is the entire job. You do not believe them yet. Level 3. The field agent. You are 29 and you have been on 3 surveillance operations that went nowhere and 1 that went somewhere important. That 1 matters. It always only takes 1. Your first real arrest happens on a Tuesday morning. A financial fraud case that took 14 months to build. You drive to the suspect's office in a 3-car convoy. You announce yourself at the door. He looks at you like he cannot believe this is happening. They always look like that. You process him and you drive back to the office and you write the report. The report takes longer than the arrest. Nobody tells you that before you start. Reports always take longer than everything else. Your salary is $72,000 a year. You drive a government car that smells like old coffee. You eat at your desk more often than you would like. You are 31 when you work your first violent crime case. It changes you in ways you will not be able to fully describe for years. You see things that cannot be unseen. You file that away somewhere and you keep going. That is the job. Keep going. Level 4. The senior agent. You are 36 and you have 9 years in. You have worked financial crimes, violent crimes, 1 counterterrorism case that you cannot discuss at any dinner table for the rest of your life. Your salary is $102,000. You have a security clearance that most people in the country do not know exists. You have also missed your daughter's 3rd and 4th birthday parties because of 2 separate operations. You tell yourself you will make it up to her. You do. But you also miss the 5th. Some debts in this job compound slowly and you do not feel them fully until later. You are good at what you do. Your case closure rate is above average. Your supervisor has mentioned your name in 2 performance reviews in a way that means something specific. You are being watched in the good way. You learn to brief senior officials without using notes. You learn to say more with fewer words. You learn that the most valuable skill in federal law enforcement is not knowing the law. It is knowing how people think when they believe nobody is watching. Level 5. The supervisor. You are 42 and you run a team of 11 agents. The paperwork doubles. The responsibility doubles. The authority feels different from the inside than it looked from the outside. You make decisions now that other people carry out. That distance changes things. When something goes wrong, which it does, it goes wrong with your name attached. You learn to live with that weight. One of your agents makes a procedural error that nearly collapses a 2-year investigation. You sit him down and you are harder on him than you want to be. Because you have to be. The case survives. He becomes a better agent because of it. You remember your own mistakes at 29. You were someone's problem too. 3 years into this role, your unit breaks a trafficking network that had operated for 11 years. 32 arrests in one morning across 4 states. You watch the operation unfold on screens in a command center. You feel something close to what you felt at Quantico graduation. Not quite, but close. Level 6. The special agent in charge. You are 50 and you run a field office. 400 employees. A budget in the tens of millions. Cases that touch national security. You brief members of Congress twice a year. You testify before a committee once. The camera light makes you squint and you think about your father shaking your hand at graduation. You have protected people who will never know your name. That is the point. That has always been the point. You think about the application form you filled out at 26. Every address. Every country. That one thing you almost left out and then wrote down anyway. You are glad you did. Honesty was the only strategy that worked. It still is. You retire at 54 with a federal pension and 28 years of service. You sleep 8 hours on your first night as a civilian. You have not done that in 20 years. The next morning you wake up and you do not know what to do with the quiet. You walk outside and you watch people moving through their lives. Safe. Mostly safe because of work done by people like you. Work that is never discussed at any dinner table. You are fine with that. You were always fine with that. That was the deal you made at 26 and you would make it again.